Like that.
Oh, so it's closer to you?
No, look. Hello.
It's much closer to you.
No, it totally is not. You're a liar.
We just saw a movie. We're in the car doing one of our car reviews.
Car review.
We just saw The Cabin in the Woods.
The Cabin in the Woods.
Starring, we have no idea. Directed by, who knows?
The guy from Billy Madison's in it.
And the guy who plays Thor is in it.
And the guy...
Oh, yeah, the guy from Billy Madison. Where was I thinking?
I know, Eric.
Yeah. So, we never discuss it before we do a review. We always just go into it, so I don't know how much we'll give away. If we do decide to give away the ending, we'll give you a spoiler, but I don't know yet. So... Oh,
yeah. Should we start?
Well, no, we'll just go. The basis of the movie is 5 kids, the jock, the whore...
What really made me mad was that it was...
I only got to the jock and the whore.
Sorry.
The scholar, the virgin, and the fool. So they went as a group. They're all friends, and
you don't know that starting off that they are those things. You just know that they're friends. Well, 5 friends. I mean, going to a cabin in the woods.
They fit into a stereotype. There's a jock. He carries a football around the whole movie. There's a scholar. He starts talking about fancy books. And the whore, well, she does a hoary dance.
She wasn't always the whore. When she dyed her hair blonde, she became the whore.
I think she was supposed to be...
Right, but there was something in the hair dye.
Yeah, that increased it, but I don't think it was...
Right.
I think there was already whorish tendencies.
So, they fall into the stereotypes, which later we come to find are...
So, they go to this cabin, they have fun, they're drinking beer, hanging out. They are just sitting there, and all of a sudden the old... cellar door just flies open.
Very Evil Dead style?
Because there was a gust of wind. It was very Evil Dead. Even the outside reminded me of the Evil Dead.
The cabin looks like Evil Dead.
We discussed it in the theater because, the Evil Dead little house is like this big, but it has like 18 rooms in the middle, and they're all huge.
Where they get in, everyone's got like their own room with their own California king-size bed. And then there's like just 2 little windows.
Yeah. But it's basically like that.
Cellar door flies open, they all go into the cellar.
If you've seen the commercials, then you know sort of the basis.
Really?
Yes.
See, now I didn't watch any, I always do that. I never watch any previews. I like to go in with a blank slate.
I'm going to give you a little more information, but before we go, I'm going to say straight up, I liked it. There was a lot of blood, there was a lot of gore, there were zombies and werewolves and everything awesome.
Oh my.
And I really liked it. I really liked it until about the last 10 minutes. And then I didn't really like it so much, but when it comes out, I'll definitely buy it.
Sigourney Weaver makes an appearance.
Oh!
That's no spoiler in that.
Spoiler.
No, it's not.
It's not really a spoiler.
No, Sigourney Weaver's in the movie.
It doesn't really...
No, it isn't.
I mean, that doesn't affect anything,
no,
but without giving anything more away, tell us what you thought.
Without giving anything away, the premise is interesting. It's a newer idea, but
you know what I thought of a little bit? The Hunger Games a little bit.
Oh, of course you did.
Well, in the way it's controlled.
Oh, well,
okay.
Well,
that's all I said. In the way it's controlled.
You probably know that. Do you know that from the preview? Okay. Anyways,
yeah. So it was your opinion.
My opinion is I have a tough time with this one. I don't know.
I felt like you were really liking it at the beginning, and even in the middle some.
Yeah, I mean the zombies and the werewolves but then when you get more into there's a lot of CGI effects and those piss me off a little bit. The makeup job on the zombies that we saw was very good. That big guy zombie, very scary guy. But I wasn't scared. I wasn't...
There weren't a lot of jump scares.
There weren't a lot of... the gore factor, it was low.
They said it was going to be very gory. And it could have been more gory, to be honest with you.
The gore factor was low for me.
So, we're still on you. Would you purchase it?
No.
What's your grade?
C.
Okay, I would give it a B-. No, C+. B-, C+.
C-.
So, if you want to go to it and with kind of an open mind... Stop right now.
Fair warning.
Fair warnings. Spoiler. You ready?
Spoiler now.
Press the pause.
Well, they pushed it.
Okay. So, I said it related to the Hunger Games in that everything is being controlled by you know, a bunch of guys in suits in a control panel.
And it looks like it's from the 1970 space program. I just have to add that. Did you see the phone? What was it? The speakerphone.
Yes.
What the hell was that?
The president's phone.
The hell was that?
It was a little outdated, but
then some parts were like 2012 technology, and some parts were 1970 technology.
There's people coming. Maybe we should roll up here window a little bit. Sorry, there's people over there. That's the risk we take with doing these reviews in the car.
People stare.
What the deal is you don't find out until the last 10 minutes what the real deal is, but what's happening is there are people in a control panel.
You can guess.
Controlling what is happening. Based on the moves the individual people make, they basically choose their fate.
But they have certain controls, pheromones, to make them do certain things.
Hair dye, as she said.
Yeah.
Putting stuff in the weed, the drinks.
Stuff that they can control to control the situation.
Locking
but it still comes down to, well, no, it doesn't come down to, because they don't really decide at all. When you're going to die, you're going to die.
Yeah, that's true.
That's pretty much it. Except for the stoner kind of gets away, and then we find out that it all comes down to ritualistic sacrifice for ancient
gods.
ancient gods.
Like I was in it. They were all, you know, people were dying and stuff was happening, and motorcycles were flying into walls, and then the two
that part was cool.
The two remaining kind of infiltrate where the factory where this is happening, where they're controlling it. And in the process, they see all their possible fates. They see the werewolves. They see the zombies,
huge tarantula,
the animals, the
scary
snakes,
little girls
with
bats,
razor feet.
I saw Satan.
I think yeah. So they see all that, and then
they purge the whole system and release all of them on the whole building.
So the people who are controlling it are now being eaten and killed and slaughtered.
And
that part was very bloody. They showed a corridor.
There was a lot of blood spurts, but there wasn't a lot of ripping off limbs or ripping off faces. There was just blood sprays.
There was
a lot of blood on the floor.
They showed the hallway, and it's just covered.
Yeah, you can.
There's no, let's focus in on this guy getting his face ripped off.
That's what I love.
It's just, you know, you're looking at it from a distance and you just see stuff moving around and blood flying.
Either way, it's about ritualistic God.
At the end, there's a giant hand. I will say, and I am firm by this, I was loving it. I was loving the cabin. I was loving when they infiltrated it. And then that last 10 or so minutes when Sigourney comes out and lets us know what's up.
You can tell with the blood and the weird hieroglyphics. Yes. I knew it was going somewhere I wasn't going to like it.
Yeah.
And sure enough,
the ending really ruined it for me.
Yeah.
It didn't ruin the whole movie for me, but it could have. I don't know what it could have done.
Not enough gore.
There was not enough gore. There was not enough blood.
Not enough torture.
Well, excuse me. There was enough blood.
Not enough boobs. Right. There was like an A cup of boobs.
She had nice boobs. I mean.
A cup.
So all in all, I think we were both a bit disappointed. Maria was a little more disappointed than I was.
I was looking for some.
But
they said this was going to be like the best horror movie ever.
But at the same time, she had less knowledge, and I had
a lot less knowledge. I had no idea.
So, if you're expecting a big, gore fest, you'll get some blood and guts. You're not going to get a lot of close-ups of that kind of stuff.
Not going to get torture. You're not going
to get any of that, really. But I think it's a fun movie. I think it's fun.
Funny parts, comedy. There's comedy interwoven in.
There was definitely laughing, and
it was lighthearted.
But I guess for me, I would give it the B- C+, and I would say go see it and give it a shot.
Average. Don't go see it.
She would say don't go. And you gave it a C?
C minus. Wait for Red Bull.
Wait for Red Bull to get it.
Red box.
Yeah. I mean,
it is what it is, folks.
It is
disappointing.